White Ferns, ladies and gentlemen, who lost their series against Pakistan. We're talking about this over the last couple of days. It's been a really disappointing year results-wise, no question about that. There's one more T20 to go. That's in Queenstown on Saturday, and then 3 one-dayers for our women to wrap up the year against Pakistan. Hannah Rowe is going to join us, have a chat. 1:32, Miles talking Premier League after that. Hannah, we've lost the series to Pakistan. What has gone wrong, essentially, in those first two T20s?
I think there's not a lot that we haven't done up to our standard. I think in all facets of the game, I think we've been training the way we want to be training, but we're just not taking that onto the field. So yeah, it's been pretty disappointing.
Yeah, look, since the bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games, I hate to say it, but it's just the results have just been underwhelming all year. Do you talk about this amongst yourselves much?
Yeah, it's definitely something we are constantly talking about. Obviously, when we go out on the park to represent New Zealand, we're wanting to win every game. So, yeah, I think it's something as a group that we're really striving to get better at, and making sure that we need to start these tours better than we currently are.
What do you put that down to then, in terms of what is it? Is it just not playing enough cricket at the moment? Well, not playing enough cricket together? What is it?
I can't 100% pinpoint the exact things it is. I think that one of the things is being able to adapt quickly to who we're playing and the conditions out there. I think probably we've been a little bit slow at changing maybe, how we wanted to play against certain players. But look, as a group now, we've just got to look forward to the next game and how we can win that, and then go on and try and win this ODI series.
The way that they played, they played smart cricket, didn't they, in those first two T20s, slowing the ball down. And was it really difficult to play like that, just to get the ball away? Is it kind of a frustrating game to play when it's like that?
They definitely did. Yeah, credit to Pakistan. They've played well in the first couple of games, and it's been us trying to have to adapt to the way they are bowling at us, and they're also coming at us a lot more aggressively with the bat. So, it's things that we as a group need to really be sitting down and talking about, which we obviously have been between games, on how we're going to navigate that and make sure we're not making the same mistakes again at the next game.
Can we call it a slump? Do you call it a slump?
I wouldn't call it that. I think we constantly have to not reflect on, I guess, the past year or so as a whole, but it's on how we're going to get better. So for us, the next focus is the next game, and then the next series moving forward. We've got a really big year next year, and we need to make sure what we're doing now is putting us in the best position to, I guess, succeed in those tournaments.
Look, it's such a fickle business, isn't it? And we see that, with our men's team as well, who got so, played so well to get to the semi-finals. Then all of a sudden, a couple of matches later, we're getting towed by by Bangladesh. It's a cruel game, cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is a cruel game, but, that's one of the things that makes it such an exciting game to play at the same time, because it means you are constantly going to be challenged. There's constantly going to be different things happening, and that's why we need to be adapting and make sure that, because it is such a fickle game, that we're ready to go back on the park every time we get a new opportunity, and not to, I guess, dwell on what's happened. Sure.
Hannah Rowe is with us, bowling all-rounder for White Ferns and CD. So what's the messaging from Ben? We had him on the program a week or so ago. What's he telling you guys?
Well, we have another team review today before training. I know it's going to be a big training with a focus on our fielding and making sure we're setting the standard there. I think the other thing is, just making sure that what we're showing as players in the nets is transferring onto the park. I think that there's no doubt from our group that the skills are there. It's just a matter of how can we be brave enough and confident enough to make sure we're using them when we go out on the park.
Does that involve also you as players fueling each other up and geeing each other up and all of that kind of stuff? And are you one of those players?
I think, we can obviously tell each other how much we think the other players are skillful and things like that, which we all do genuinely believe. But I think, at the end of the day, it does come down to, I guess every individual knowing what their strengths are, what their role is in this group, and backing themselves enough to go out there and express, I guess, why we've been selected.
Does losing suck?
Yeah, it does suck, yep. So we've had enough of it as a group. So
I bet.
Yeah, we want to change that narrative, and that starts on Saturday.
Hannah, what are the reviews like? I mean, I'm just sitting here as an adult thinking, you're sitting around a room or something. Do they play video highlights and stuff like that? It must be uncomfortable at times, but I suppose that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's something we've grown as a group in terms of being able to sit there and, I guess, watch the mistakes you've made, and it's just taking it from a factual perspective and saying, this is what happened, why did this happen, and how can we make sure that, I guess, it doesn't happen again, or that we're making smart cricketing decisions. It's never nice, obviously, watching either
of course it's
hit the boundaries,
No,
but
no.
I think you almost have to be able to learn about it.
And feel a bit of that, and I suppose especially, I mean, it makes it easy when you're around your peers and your mates and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's like anything when you get called out and the boss is telling you that, hey, you didn't do this wrong. It's not a great feeling, is it?
No, I don't think anyone enjoys that feeling. But yeah, we've got an analyst with us this tour, which we don't always have, which has been a cool addition. Just, I guess, adding their value and things that they've seen and what's been happening in the game. So yeah, the reviews are definitely necessary, as much as they might not be that nice sometimes.
In terms of the criticism or being criticised, do you welcome that? I had Sophie Devine on the show last year, and she was saying that, because Simon Doyle is a great friend and a great guest of ours, and his attitude is, look, our women are professional players playing professional cricket, and therefore let's treat them exactly the same as the men. That means when you're going to cop it when things aren't going well, you're going to get a lot of praise when things are going well. Are you happy with that?
It's a tough question, I guess. I mean, it's like anything. You've got to accept the criticism that comes if you're making mistakes. Like you said, yeah, we are out there playing a professional sport, and we understand that if we're not performing to the ability that either the public expect, that we are going to be criticised. And it's not like we're not reflecting on it ourselves anyway. So yeah, I think for us it's more keeping within our group and talking to each other about what we need to work on and things like that. Trying not so much to let the outside noises interrupt what we're trying to do.
That's a great answer. That's a really professional. That's a great answer. That's exactly what I was hoping that you would say.
Well,
as a fan, I mean, just as a fan. What are the Pakistani women like? Because again, we just don't get to know that much about them or get to see them or actually get, they don't really sort of do a lot of media, a lot of talking and that. What are they actually like?
Look, to be fair, we don't really see them a lot either in terms of see them on the field. We're not staying at the same hotels or anything at the moment. So, yeah, I guess I can only take from what they've been like on the field. And, yeah, this tour they've been really impressive. They've been gracious with their wins, and also, even when they've put on performances that have dominated us.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hope that we can draw a line in the sand after Dunedin and go to Queenstown. We are in Queenstown, win this one, and then win the ODI series, and that kick starts, doesn't it?
Yeah, thanks. Well, yeah, that is the plan. There's still a lot of belief in this group. We just need to, make sure we obviously prove it on the weekend.